Hello, what is up, you guys? Welcome back north of Highway 2, and today I am going to show you what it takes to be an ice fisherman in northern Minnesota. I got an interesting one for you. I am going to be spending some time out on the ice, but I'm not going to be doing any ice fishing. So this kind of came to me this week here. I was connecting with a friend that I work with, and I was trying to explain, you know, ice fishing it's not all glory. There's a lot of stuff that has to happen to go ice fishing, and when you live up here, one of the things that most people have is a permanent ice shack. So you guys have seen me fish out of my permanent shack twice, and I thought it'd be a really good time to show everyone a little bit of what it's like to maintain that thing. So snowmobiling hack. Sitka heavyweight hoodie hood over the top. Zipper all the way up. No more face mask. What's up, you guys? As you can see, we've made her. That closed up. And it is an absolute whiteout out here. I mean, it's got to be winds gust 35, 40. So today the whole goal of my visit was literally just to check on the shack. Make sure I had propane. Everything's looking pretty good. We've had some warmth now this week, and then now we got some crazy cold coming. Like they're talking, you know, 40-degree temperature swing tonight in the 20s with some extreme wind coming out of the northwest. Real feel tomorrow, -25. So it's gonna be pretty crazy. But this is one of the prices you pay to be an ice fisherman in northern Minnesota, especially if you want to have a permanent shack out on Lake of the Woods. I mean, it's the barren wasteland out here. So I got a couple things to do. Propane's looking good. I'm gonna grab my spud bar here, make sure that the house is loose, just in case I want to move it here this week. And gosh, it looks better in here than I thought it was gonna. We got some snow and we had some serious wind. I thought I was gonna have to clean up a bunch of drifts with the shovel, but I mean, it's looking okay. It's looking okay. I've got a little snow in here from, some snow is working its way in through the vents. And see a little snow on the floor here. But man, other than that, it's looking pretty good. It is looking pretty good. Hey everyone, I wanted to take just a quick minute here to go over my clothing setup. So, something that is super important when you're out ice fishing, and I think just kind of in the outdoors in general, is understanding how layering systems work. So in the last, 10, 15 years, with like the oncoming of companies like Sitka gear, which is what I wear, and you got First Light and a few other outdoor clothing companies. Sitka in particular is the product line is managed by a guy named John Barklow, and John Barklow was in the special forces in the military. And what he did is, when he decided that he wanted to build a system for Sitka, he modeled it a lot after, and he mentions this in a few videos, a lot after the systems that the special forces use. So I want to talk a little bit about layering. So on the outside here, I wear striker gear. So I've got a set of bibs. These float. I don't remember the exact model number, but I'll put them in the description below and I'll link them. And then I've got a striker shell jacket. This is the Climate. This also has a liner. So I don't have the liner in here. The liner is a separate jacket. It's only an insulation and wind layer, but this outside is a wind layer too. I don't find the need to, especially when I'm doing a short trip like this from my house, I don't feel the need to have the liner in the jacket because I do a good job of layering underneath. So with that, let me get this jacket off here. I've got the jacket, I've got my bibs on the outside as my outer layer, and then underneath here, I've decided to do two different types of layers. So number one, this is my all-time favorite piece from Sitka. The lighting's not that great in here, but this is the heavyweight hoodie. Now, the heavyweight hoodie to me is one of the most versatile pieces of clothing, and this is the second time I've mentioned in this video. I use the hood feature as my face mask under my snowmobile helmet. I just think that it works so good. You have this connection between your chest cavity, your neck, and then underneath your face mask. There's no wind drift underneath my snowmobile helmet at all. It works fantastic. So I've decided to wear a t-shirt under this. I've got the heavyweight hoodie as my intermediate layer, and then I have another intermediate layer. I'm just wearing a Sims puffy vest. In this intermediate layer, the primary reason is insulation. This has no wind blocking capabilities. All of that is done by my shell jacket. And this insulation layer, along with this intermediate heavyweight hoodie layer, that keeps me warm. Last weekend on Sunday, we were talking 0 degrees, 25-mile-an-hour winds out of the northwest, cold, 20-mile one-way snowmobile ride. This was my setup. On top, this is all I wore. And then what I use is I just use a pair of ice armor gloves. Now, I'm not sponsored or affiliated with anybody, but snowmobiles, I'm very fortunate, very grateful. I have a nice snowmobile with good wind braking, and it's got good hand warmers, and it's got good thumb warmers for when I'm driving. So I wear just a regular pair of ice armor gloves. They've got nice long, put them on here. They've got nice, wrong hand. They've got nice long cuffs. I prefer Primaloft. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that tag very good, but I prefer Primaloft insulation underneath something that is wind resistant or waterproof. So these are waterproof with Primaloft underneath. It's kind of the ultimate combination when you're looking at clothes nowadays. That it does seem to be the ultimate combination of warmth. You have the weather barrier with the Primaloft insulation, which is super efficient, and it just works good. So in bottoms, again, striker bibs, and then I'm just wearing a pair of Under Armour sweatpants underneath. I don't get super fancy with my bottom layers. To me, the number one thing is you need to be comfortable. Especially in your bottom layers, because if you don't feel like when you're riding on a snowmobile, especially when you're going 20 miles one way like we did last weekend, if you don't feel like you can move and if you don't have any mobility, it's just not very comfortable. So I wear something that's comfortable underneath. I on my bottoms, I really like my outer layer to have a lot of insulation so that I can wear something really comfy, medium weight to lightweight underneath. And then I'm running the Lacrosse Alpha Burley Pro 1600s. Not a great picture there, but I'll link those in the description below. I'll link all the clothes that I'm wearing right now, or some sort of clothing similar to it, in the description below. But Lacrosse Alpha Burley Pros, good pair of merino socks. They don't have to be super heavy. I've had good luck with the Alpha Burley Pros. I just wear like a set of medium cushion hiking socks from merino, or from, oh, I'm drawing a blank. Well, Darn Tough's one brand, and then Smart Wool. I've got a lot of Smart Wools. So yeah, that's kind of my clothing setup. It's a whiteout out here. I'll get a couple pictures and a little footage of the whiteout, but man, this system right here has kept me warm all winter, and the knowledge I've gained about clothing systems has been really valuable. It makes me feel like I'm never unprepared for the weather. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope that I gave you an idea of something that maybe you could try, or maybe you could layer with in the future.